All right, fellas, thanks for coming back. Rooster Home webinar number two. I know most of you guys, but for those of you who don't know us, I'm Ivan Johnson. I'm with the Cincinnati Reds. Um, Playing pro ball for what about last 6 years. Before that, played college ball. I went to the University of Georgia, then Chipola College after that. Then I was drafted out of that. Got drafted the same year as my boy Reese here, and yeah, we just kind of set out to start this. I don't even know what you would call it. Kind of just a program that we hope to build on and continue to grow with you guys. But we don't have a name for it. But we have a name for it, but we don't have a concrete vision because we just kind of want to be there for you guys in any way we can. So it started off as a camp that a bunch of guys came to recently. Went well. Guys got some drip, and then next year or this year, I guess we'll try to keep it rolling and get some more fun stuff and keep growing with you guys and keep helping out in any way we can.
Yeah, Sirski. I'm Reese Hines. Like Ivan said, I got drafted by the Reds in 2019, same year as him. I came out of high school and went to IMG my senior year. Um, I've been playing, or I'm an outfielder. I got drafted as a shortstop and converted to an outfielder about 3 years ago because, well, you know what they say, if you can't play infield, that means you're probably not great at the infield. So they moved me in the outfield, and that's where I've been ever since. I don't know how many of y'all were on our call last month, but we had our first seminar last month, and it was really just about performance habits, routines, and we kind of dropped a couple of gems that hopefully some of y'all kind of just grabbed and it stuck with, and hopefully y'all are continuing to use some of those gems throughout your days. And so this is our second webinar, seminar, whatever, and this is going to be about regulating emotions. I think we all have gone through a lot of emotional ups and downs throughout baseball. Baseball brings that to you. It will bring you all the way up here just to knock you down and humble you after one AB. So I think this is just something that me and Ivan wanted to talk about since we didn't really know how to do a lot of this kind of stuff at your age or growing up. Um, we kind of just want to give you little tips and tricks and things that helped us get to the point where we're at right now and where we're not, as the young population would say, crashing out.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It happens though. It definitely happens. All right, so I'm gonna pull up this PowerPoint here for you guys and we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
oh, and if you guys have any questions throughout this seminar webinar, please just you guys can write them down in the chat, or we actually will have some time at the end so you guys can ask questions. We'll open it up for you guys to ask questions, but we will do our best to get to those questions and answer them in a timely fashion.
Yeah, guys. So, like we said, I think a lot of you guys are, starting getting through your baseball careers and you're learning a bunch of different things, on the field and physically and how you're getting better with your swings or, you're getting better at taking ground balls, catching fly balls, the whole nine. So we just kind of wanted to bring you some things that we definitely had to kind of grow into and kind of evolve into as we got more into baseball. And I think for me personally, I really struggled with this kind of on the back end of high school, getting into college, kind of having these big expectations for myself. And when the game starts to turn from, it's just something that you enjoy doing to, now I'm here on a scholarship or now I'm getting paid to do this, like it kind of holds a little bit more weight. And these are things that I just wish I would have been already kind of practicing at you guys' age so I could have been able to handle things better. And not to say that you guys are going to be perfect at it, but it takes time and we've only gotten better at it through time and trials and tribulations. So, all right, let's get into it. All right, first thing, this game, man, it's a roller coaster of emotions. Kind of like Reese touched on. It's a lot of highs and lows, ups and downs, and when you're at the top, you feel like I'm never gonna be bad again. Like I'll never struggle again. I'll never go through anything like that. And then when you're at the bottom, it's dang, I don't even remember being good. Like that's literally how this game can really beat you up and toy with you. So, It's a game of ups and downs. You're going to fail a lot more than you could succeed, especially on the hitter side. Like the saying, I think everyone's always heard it, you go 3 for 10, you're in the Hall of Fame. But even now, I mean, the league average is down about 240. So you're not even hitting that, which means you're failing 7 to 8 times out of 10. So how do you bounce back from that? How do you do your job, whether it's on the bases, in the outfield? How can you keep your mind in a good space to, get things done, even when you're not performing as you really want to? So, as I kind of wrote here, baseball's a game of highs and lows. The hard truth is you're going to fail more than you succeed, but we're here to help you prepare yourselves to deal with not only the failures, but also handle your successes the right way. So this is kind of like the fun part. As you can see, Reese, man, that's flow state, right? This is everything you practice. You've practiced that pimp job, everything's going well. You're on top of the world, right? So how can I still be productive in this time? Like this is the best time, right? This is awesome. This is what we chase. But how can I kind of stack this up to when it does turn, because it will turn, how do I make sure that it doesn't drag me through the dumps and I'm just sitting there kind of dejected, right? So I'll start with this first one. The first thing that really pops to mind when that is, you got to remember where you're at. And the only way to really do that is to take note of where you're at. So whether it's, hey, you know, I'm a little bit more open right now and I'm hitting home runs. You got to be able to remember that and call upon that later on when things go south. So one thing recently I've kind of learned that, hey, yes, it's important to, when you're in the dumps, write yourself out of that. Remember where you're at so you can be more appreciative when you're up. But when you're up, you also got to write down how you feel, how you're approaching each day. Like, why do you think you feel so good? So then when it flips, you can call upon that and say, dang, this is what I was doing when I was right here. Look how comfortable I looked. Look at my approach. And just be able to recall on that and get back to where you were. So then I'll let Reese touch upon this next one, which is really just, appreciate your successes and know how to be good and not overdo it.
Yeah, I think like the biggest thing I took a big thing away from I think last time I talked about this guy named Eric Davis, that I don't know a lot of you guys know, but he's kind of like a big mentor to me. Um, he's he's been there for me every step since I've been drafted for real. And he told me the biggest thing is like he said the greatest players don't have slumps. And I was like, what do you mean by that? I've seen like everyone's seen Derek Jeter go 0 for 40 with or 0 for 30 with no hits. And he has that whole conversation about I'm just one more AB closer to getting a hit. Well, ED I call him ED. He kind of told me that slump's not even in his vocabulary. When he's going bad, it's more just, okay, don't like Ivan says, don't overanalyze. It's more just what was I doing when I was doing well? What was I doing? What did I do when I was a kid? Like back in T-ball, what was I was just going out there having fun.
Hmm.
I think just the biggest thing like that is just like you can't overthink. Don't over, like you said, overanalyze. Don't overthink that situation of, oh wow, I haven't gotten hit in 5 ABs. What am I doing? I don't know what to do no more. But because you know exactly what to do. You just and it's all
Right.
mental. It's all in your head. And if you just go out there, have fun, play free, and enjoy the moment, be present in that moment, you won't have those long stretches of, oh, I forgot how to play baseball. Oh,
Right.
I hit this. How do I hit again? And then you go in the cages and you're swinging 100,000 swings, and it's just bad swing after bad swing, and then you're just creating bad habits.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, like when you're up in that, you're in that moment where you're, 8 for 10, say, like you're really success. You're really doing things the right way. I think it's easy to like when I do get out, when I do strike out, like, man, I don't do that. Like, why am I doing that? Like, this pitcher was not supposed to get me out. Like, you kind of just beat yourself up because I'm up right now. Like, I got to maximize this. But just stay in that moment, stay athletic, keep being you, man. Don't try to, be more than what you're doing right now, and just appreciate it because it will flip.
And
And
I
the
think
last thing I've got, oh, go ahead. You got one?
I was gonna say on that flip side of like when you are doing well, like it says, keep the foot on the gas. Like don't get complacent.
Right.
Right? Don't be like, oh, I'm feeling great. Like, I don't need to do this routine. I don't need to do that.
Hmm.
Like, my swing feels great. Nah, you still got to do the exact same thing you were doing when you were in the slums. Like
For sure.
when you were back there going 0 for 4 in a game with 4 strikeouts, not touching the baseball. Like, and you were after the game going to the cages. Like, it's the same thing. You got to do the same thing you were doing, whether you're 10 for 10 or 0 for 10.
Right. Yeah, I think that was the biggest thing that, you kind of learned in pro ball, especially like you got 162, you have a good week, you kind of think, man, I can kind of relax, like my swing's where it's want to be, but that's how you lose it, just like that. As soon as these feels come and stick with you and you have a great week, you can lose them just like that the next week. So, while you're up there, while you're doing it, doing your thing, stay with it, be aggressive, you know, expect greatness. You're right there. You're doing it. Keep going and don't beat yourself up if you fail while you're still having those great weeks.
And like and
Now,
like
oh, go ahead, go ahead.
and like you said with the 162, it's honestly even like harder for you guys. You guys play what, 25, 30, maybe 50 games in a season.
All right.
You guys don't have time to take games off, to take ABs off, to take even a pitch off.
All right.
So like, because you guys, we get what, 500 ABs in a season. You guys might get 150, 200 at max. That's a lot smaller room for error. Where we can have 200 bad ABs and then we have 300 good ABs, and it's, oh wow, you look
All
at
right.
the season, you had a great season.
Yeah, you back in the fight for
But you
sure.
guys have 100 bad ABs and then 75 good ABs. You're like, wow, I had a really bad season.
All right.
So it's really just that focus and the intent of every single pitch, every single AB, you're not taking off. You're really, no matter whether you're hitting 500 or hitting zero.
All right. All right. So, again, that's the light side. That's when things are going good. How do we try to maintain that? Hold on to that. So now we got to flip it, man. We've all been here. I call it when it rains, it pours. Because, man, when you're down there, you 1 for 21. It's like, man, I don't even know. You searching. That's what we call it. You searching, you're begging for hits. Any ground ball, you're like, oh, please don't be there, right? And we've all been there. Anyone who's played this game has been there. And it's all about just getting out of it, staying consistent. You will get out of it. I think that's the biggest thing that you got to keep in the back of your mind. But how are some tools that I can really trust that I will get out of it? And how can I get out of it quicker, right? You're going to have those peaks, you're going to have those valleys. You want your peaks to be as high as they can, and you want your valleys to be as shallow as they can. You want to have that disparity on the good end more than the bad. So, kind of as we were saying, when you have those good feels, you feel great, you're feeling confident, take note of that because this is the time when it's on the other end of the spectrum and you need to call on that. You need to say, man, I don't know what I was feeling with my hands. I don't know what I was feeling approach wise when I was crushing curveballs. I don't know what I'm doing right now. And you need to be able to call back upon and say, man, I was sitting fastball and then I was just reacting to spin. Or 2-0, I know I'm getting a heater. I'm sitting dead red. I'm ready to go. So it's just important to kind of remind ourselves, even in those bad times, that, we're good. We know what we're doing. We've been here before, right? And then this is a big one that I think a bunch of guys kind of learn that like everything will pass, man. Like no matter how bad it feels in that moment, no matter how deep you feel you're in, it will pass, man. Like I can't express enough how important it is to really not let these moments consume you. Like as soon as you're done in the field, even while you're playing the game, as soon as that negative moment happens, it's like you got to wipe that away. It's got to be like waves. Like it hits you and you got to bounce out of that as quick as possible. And it's like, oh, well, how do you do that? Like, what do you do to do that? Each guy's kind of gonna do their own thing. For me, it's always been taking a deep breath, close my eyes for a second, just get that reset so that you're not just letting this linger kind of throughout your at bat, throughout your day. You're taking it home. You can't even get on the game. You're not even enjoying the game. Like your whole day is ruined on the little kids game that you played 3 hours ago. Like, don't be that guy that really lets a negative performance ruin his entire week. Because we both have been around those guys and they're
Yeah.
they're miserable to be around, to be honest with you. And your successes and your failures don't determine you. We're not going to think less of you because last week you were 4 for 4 and this week you're 0 for 4. You're still the same guy. You're still the great kid. Whenever we kind of reach out to you guys, we always try to ask you about stuff that's going on outside of baseball. Like we don't want to, yes, we want you to be the best athlete ever, but how your grades looking, man, what you and your friends been up to, what's life look like outside of baseball? Because it's important to have that outside of baseball so you can fall back on that when times aren't great because it's gonna be tough.
And let me add something on
Yeah, go in
that.
there.
Well, I actually, so my first year at AAA, I struggled all year, hit 210 all year, like one of the worst years I've ever had. And there was times where I'd come back after a game. I'm talking to like my locker mate next to me about the game, and bro, no one cares. No one even knows what you did.
Right.
And like I think that was like a big eye opener for me because it's like people aren't worried about when you're playing the game, people aren't worried about what you did, like how he's playing. Like people don't even remember it. So why are you remembering it? Like why do you care so much about an 0 for 4 night when tomorrow or the next game can go 4 for 4? Because
Right.
no one's really worried about people are just worried about how to win. How are we gonna win? If you go over 4 with 4 strikeouts and the team wins, no one no one even knows you went over 4. They might think you went 4 for 4.
For real.
So I think with that emotional, like just keeping that even kill, as Ivan was saying, like don't get too high, don't get too low. Like people like you just worry about yourself, and people aren't looking at you like, damn, he went 0 for 4. Like he's not good. People aren't looking at you like that.
Right.
So
Yeah. So one of the benefits that we had on this last one of don't close yourself off, I think one of the benefits I've had with that was just living with Reese, kind of in those some of those years where, you're having a rough month or something like that. Because I think for me especially, I have a tendency to when things go bad, I'm like, nobody wants to hear about this. Like you kind of feel like you're sulking, like I got to get out of this, right? Nobody cares if I'm not feeling good about this, that, and the third. But that's when your teammates are there, bro. That's when your friends are there. That's when your parents are there. And again, it doesn't even have to be about baseball. Like you can change the conversation to whatever you need to talk to them about, but don't get in those ruts where, man, you just want to go in your room and lock yourself in the room and just let your brain eat away at you. That is a dangerous game. You got to be able to still go get a meal with your friends, still go to the pool with your buddies, like keep doing those things that you do enjoy, even if the game is taking that toll on you right there. And then the last thing, this is a big one because we both know teammates and guys who, when it's going good, they're great teammates. They'll do anything for you. But when it's bad, you don't hear from them. They don't have anything good to say. They're kind of miserable to be around. Like this game, kind of like it turns you into a hater to a certain degree. Like you're like, why is this guy having all the success, or why is this guy having a good week and I'm terrible? Like it's so easy to fall into that trap of negativity and hate, and it's so important that you stave that off, man, because guys are rooting for you, guys have your back, and the guys who aren't rooting for you, you get no enjoyment out of seeing them do bad, and they're not gonna get nothing out of seeing you do bad. So just, man, stay with it, be the same teammate you are, still be on the fence, still have a great time, still be loud, and just enjoy it, man. Still be a great defender, like I said. Still be a great base runner. Still be a great coach, teammate. Help out your boys as much as you can. But I understand that's easier said than done because you get in those ruts where it's like, man, I don't care about any of this. Like I just need a hit. But it's important that you stick with it, and you'll still be able to get back and impact the game in different ways.
And saying that I had another teammate that year. His name was Levi Jordan. He was having one of his best years he had in his career, and I was having one of my worst years. So I'm obviously talking to him about hitting and stuff, and we kind of come up with this game that there's 6 things that you can do on a baseball field that can help win a game, and it's a base hit, score a run, steal a base, a walk, a defensive play. And what was the other one? Oh, an RBI. And if you can do 2 out of those 6 things every single day, you're going to stay in the game for a long time. So I wasn't even counting. Like at that point, I was struggling so bad. I wasn't even counting how many hits I got or, oh, did I go 2 for 3 today? Did I go 2 for 4 today? Like, no, I was like, all right. I went 0 for 4 I went 0 for 3 strikeouts, but got a sac fly RBI and a stolen base off of a walk. Oh, I went 3 for 6 today.
Yeah, that's a win.
Had a great game.
Exactly.
So like you kind of just change your mindset and play different mind games in this game because it's such a mental taxing sport on you, and there's so many negative things that happen in this game. that you have to find that positivity in every situation, every moment that can keep you going, keep you in that even keel mental state where you're not riding the highs, riding lows.
Right.
I think that's just like that was a little gym that I've always kept, and it's funny because actually this year, and I had a really good year, and he struggled, and he would come in the locker room and be like, "Hey, yo, Reese, I went 2 for 6 today,"
There you
and
go.
and we would be hype about it. So
Right.
it's like it's little games that you can find and that just help you keep that regulation of emotions in it.
Right. Yeah. I think the last thing with this is just honestly, man, especially for guys who play defense, look, if you're not getting no hits, nobody's getting hits, right? I think the worse I hit, the better defense I play. Because, like I said, I'm a hater. If I'm not hitting well, you're not gonna hit well, and I'm gonna make sure of it. I'm laying out. I'm throwing no doubles. Nobody's scoring, right? So that's just the mentality of finding different ways to compete, even when your bat's not showing up. Because there'll be times where it's like you feel like you swinging a stick, like ain't nothing happening right now. You going up there like your eyes are closed. All right, let's see what we got next. All right, so yeah, this is gonna be my last slide, but we just got some tools that you guys are gonna need to call upon throughout your lives, throughout your baseball lives, to just keep yourselves in it, keep yourselves fresh. So I think the biggest thing is you guys got to have hobbies, which you guys do, I'm sure, but keeping those hobbies throughout, right? Like fishing, golf, music. I know parents are gonna hate to hear this, but video games, like I know it's one of those things where you're sick of your kid playing video games, but if he had a bad day, let him get on that game. Let him, enjoy time with his friends. It's like so important to get that refresh, get that time to joke around and take a little load off of. I mean, that's why you see so many professional guys, they don't go anywhere without that PlayStation, right? It's like I can do all the stresses of the world, but for this 2 hours, I'm finna sit here and be in Narnia, right? Like I'm gonna be in a different world where it's okay, and I'm joking around and just having that time to myself. Personally, fishing has really taken over for me since I've been in pro ball. It's like I get outside, I'm catching this little fish, I'm gonna take a picture, I'm gonna send it to somebody, and then I'm good to go. I've done it. I mean, I'm fishing up until game time recently. Like as close as I can get to game time to practice, I'm trying to catch something. And then journaling, man. So journaling is like kind of, especially for Reese and I, like we go back and forth on it. Like we said, you guys want to, when you're up, you want to write down your feels. And it doesn't even have to be like you got a little book and you're jotting stuff down. Like when you guys start getting phones, like your notes are going to be your best friend. And it's not going to be something that maybe, well, some guys are a little bit more disciplined, but a lot of times it's just like, man, when you need it, you call upon it. Because the daily grind of it is like we said, a lot of that stuff you want to leave at the field. So kind of asking yourself to go home and really sit down and deal with that right now sometimes isn't feasible for a lot of guys. So just being able to hit your notes while you're sitting at your locker, hit your notes after the game, and just hey, even for you younger guys, like your parents can be your journal. Like just be open to them about what you're feeling, how these days are going. It doesn't have to be crazy. Like keep it simple. Like I'm feeling good. I'm in my back hip. On defense, I'm tracking the ball well, or I'm not. Just try to be as consistent as you can because that type of stuff really, if you can build up a good habit of that, it's a really good way to kind of keep tabs on yourself and know where you're at mentally. And you can go back and read it and be like, man, I was in a dark place when I wrote this, but it's also nice to see 5 pages later, like, dang, I thought I was king of the world. Like, it's like nice. You kind of see those consistencies pop up. And then a big one, I know I just said, get on the game as much as you can, but quiet time to turn your brains off. And this is a thing that Reese does a really good job of. I'll let him kind of expand upon it. But, there's so much stimulation, especially when you're on your phone, your boys are around, like you're arguing about basketball and throwing the ball and doing a million different things. But you kind of got to have that time of your brain's at peace. Like you're not thinking about anything. You got to clear that space so you can go out and know what you got to do later and know what you want to accomplish and kind of be on task, mentally locked in. And it's one of the things that we've really kind of expanded, like we've really tried to implement throughout our careers, especially of late. We tried the whole reading books thing, but it's like, okay. It's like I'm not about to read a book before every game. But
No. No.
it's okay. So
Oh.
we've just kind of well, especially Reese. I'll let him talk about his naps, but we just find different ways where you can kind of turn your brain off and get ready to go. So go ahead, Reese.
Yeah, so I started I'm very religious about my nap time before games. I don't think I go a game during the season without taking a nap before, whether it's 10-minute nap or an hour long nap. Um, I just think that, like he said, there's so many distractions, so many so much things stimulating your mind throughout the day of baseball that, and like we said, this game's so mental. Like, when is the time that you just sit there and like relax, like give your brain a chance to just not think about anything? Because when we get to the field, when you get to the field, you're thinking about, oh, how's my swing feeling today? Oh, I'm hitting in the cages. Oh, that doesn't feel good. What's this? Oh, I'm going out the defense. Oh, that throw wasn't good to to first base, or that throw wasn't good to home plate. Like, there's always something that you're thinking about. And for me, I will go through a whole practice day, and as soon as that practice day is done, I am the first one in the locker room. Like, I'm sprinting from the outfield to shagging BP to the locker room to be the first one in the shower. I shower, put some clothes on, put some sweats on, and I go and lay down in a dark room, like quiet, put my headphones on, and I give myself time to just be by myself and relax and prepare my brain for the game, because once that game hits, everything's so fast.
Hmm.
I just think there's that time of that you need to just be able to calm that brain down, calm your body down, and because you'll always have that time to shoot it with with your boys, just joke around, like you're doing it all day anyway. So why not take that time to be by yourself, really be in your own thoughts, so you're not having all these other thoughts thrown at you,
Hmm.
and you just relax. And I've really thought that's helped me get to the when I get to the get back on the field and I'm ready for the game, I'm calm, I'm relaxed. I'm not thinking about, oh wow, my BP was horrible. Oh wow, I had a really bad in and out today. Oh wow, I missed a couple of balls in shagging today. Like, I'm not thinking about anything. All I'm thinking about is, man, this pitcher, he's in trouble.
Boy, in trouble
That
today.
boy's in trouble. Like, I'm rested, I'm calm, I'm feeling good. Like, he's got no chance. So
Right.
so that's kind of my little thought process on that quiet time, that night time of just relaxation and really living in the present of your own body.
Yeah. Trying to think, probably around you guys' age, you probably can really get that in the car. I mean, I'm a car napper with the best of them, but just find those little ways to like rest and recharge, put your headphones in. I know your parents probably talking to you about something, but get a little nap in, man. Get a little pillow in the car, keep something comfortable so you can get that time to shut your brain off so that's ready, it's focused, it's locked in because
Mhm.
you got 3 hours that you need to just be totally dedicated to what you're gonna be worried about. And then the last thing, this is kind of a hack for us big league or for us guys, man. I actually my rookie ball year, when we would struggle, me and my roommate, for each strikeout that we had, we would go get, say we had two strikeouts, we go get two McFlurries or two Baja Blast freezes after each one. Because these are just little things that after a bad day, nothing really picks you up like a good meal. And it doesn't need to be healthy. I'm not talking about Chipotle. Like I'm talking about Wendy's, McDonald's, Steak and Shake. Like you guys are gonna be on the road. So there's just not that many options to be honest. And you gotta kind of learn to get those little pick me ups when you need them, especially when you're on the road, especially when you just spent hours in a car. Like, how can I get a little something to pick me up, man? I need a little McFlurry. I need a Big Mac. I need something. And that's really like a part of the game. Like, I know it's so much talk today about, LeBron and taking care of your body and different guys about how much they spend on their body each year. And yes, that is extremely important. But it's also important that after I just played 3 hours, whether it was good or bad, I need to relax. And I'm about to eat something that's going to make me fall asleep in this car, I'm gonna feel great about this. And me and Reese have had, I mean, DoorDash is just McDonald's 5 nights in a row or something like that. And it's especially important when you get in those slumps. Nothing's gonna pick you up like that McFlurry. I'm telling you. It's just, it is what it is. The Waffle House hits better than the Chipotle when you're having a bad week. Like it just is one of those things, and it's a guilty pleasure, but it really does kind of recharge you, and you just feel you're not even worried about that because this food just picked you up. So, these tools really take them. You guys have your hobbies, but just make sure that you love them, you got them. You're always gonna need to call on them throughout the year. Some sort of journaling or just being able to recall what you guys are going through, how good you feel, how bad you feel, some sort of consistency on that, being able to find your little ways of getting quiet time throughout the day. Like Reese said, that's usually a nap for him or some music or a different thing. And then the last thing, a good meal, man. Just, obviously before the game, you guys want to feel good. You guys want to feel like you got a full stomach. But afterwards, pig out, man. Feel better. Your body needs it anyway. You're out here sweating. You're good. You're young. Get in there, man. So this is all the stuff on off the field. I'm gonna let Reese take over here. He's got a couple things of, hey, yes, this is all great, but it's a different story when you're in the heat of the game, you're in battle. So I'm gonna let him take over from here.
All right, all right. Let me get this. Let me get this up real quick. Over the shoulder. We good? Y'all can see me?
Yeah, you
Yep.
good.
Good,
Yes.
everything? All right, all right, all right. All right. So now we stepping in the box. Now we're playing the game. We are on the field. Like it's time to forget everything, not forget everything we just talked about, but like it's compete time. Like this slide says it's compete time. It's you mono e mono, like you're going against the pitcher. And we're talking hitters here because me and Ivan are both hitters. So if some of y'all are pitchers, the same thing. It's the same. It's,
Try to flip it.
it's
Flip
just
it.
vice versa.
Yeah.
So this said, like we started off with self-talk. We're getting in the box. We're kind of just what is our plan? What is our approach? You swing at a bad pitch, you miss a pitch, you make an error in the field, the base running mistake. Like what's your thought process? We want to change those negative thoughts into more of a learning experience than just like, dang, I just missed that ball. Or oh, you put your glove over your face type thing. Like that's not the first reaction. You're going to be like, all right, I messed up. What did I learn from that? And I think one of the biggest things I put down here, I said, think about what you want to do, not what you don't want to do. And that's like just like a little thought process of you're thinking positive, not negative. You're thinking about things that you want to do, things about how you want to attack a ball, how you want to attack this plan, instead of thinking, oh, I don't want to swing at this pitch here. Oh, I don't want to swing at the pitch in the dirt. So, and in saying that, then you swing at that pitch in the dirt. I'm gonna show you guys. There's a couple tips, things that happen that you can get away, or that you can like help throw those negative thoughts away. I mean, Puig over here, I think all of y'all have seen this. He licks his bat after like swinging at a pitch or fouling one off straight back. Like he misses a pitch, he's like, "Oh, I got him." He's licking his bat like, "Yeah, this is it's time now." So he's kind of just like erasing that negative thought. Deep breaths. Ivan brought up that he takes a deep breath every time. If he like swing, I've seen it multiple times. I've played with him for years. He'll swing at a pitch in the dirt. He'll like take a step back, get back in the box.
Mhm.
Everything's just it flush. He flushed it instead of thinking about, oh, he's getting back in the box. Gosh, why did I swing at that? Oh, let's not swing at that pitch in the dirt again. Bull. It's gone. The thought process is gone. I kind of talk to my barrel. I mean, you can see the picture of me over here. I'm looking at my bat. Like if I swing at a ball in the dirt or like I foul some things off that I think I should have hit, I'll look at my bat. I'm like, come on, man. Like, let's get it. Like, we can't be doing this. And then I'll get back in the box. I'm good. It's gone. I wiped it. I'm gonna show you guys a video of what Aaron Judge does when he's
Where
playing.
you pick up the dirt. Can you what is that again?
Me, it's just a way of slowing things down. Take an extra 2 or 3 seconds to grab these there. And for me, it's about all my negative thoughts that I have about how did you miss that pitch? Why did you miss that pitch? You shouldn't have missed that pitch. I just kind of sitting there and I just kind of crush it up and once I'm done doing that, I just kind of, for me, toss it aside, and that's me basically tossing all those thoughts out. Pitches I miss or foul balls.
So where's there it is. So you see how how do I make this big? Oh, there we go. So you see how he's so calm about it. He knows he missed a pitch. He knows he he should have hit that pitch, or he swung at a bad pitch. He's like, okay, like let me grab some dirt, crush it up. All right, that's gone. He crushed up the negative thoughts. It's gone. So that's the way he kind of goes about staying in that positive mindset, staying in that even keel. And then after that, guys, it's compete. Like you get back in that box, you see Mike Harris here, he's ready to hit. It doesn't matter what he did the pitch before, it doesn't matter what he did the AB before, it doesn't matter if he made an error out in the field the inning before. He gets in the box, he's ready to hit. He looks prepared. And I'm gonna show you guys a little confidence is everything. I think I touched on that a lot. Oh, I touched on that a lot on our last seminar for the people who weren't there. But confidence is everything when in this game. When this game is so negative, so mentally taxing on you. The when you are confident, you already have an edge up against the competition. So here's a video of what I think pure confidence looks like, and I think you guys all know who this is. He fouls one off right here against a lefty. Oh, I got you. Oh, same pitch, fouls it off again. All right, all right. See, he's not mad. Oh, same pitch, got you. Homer. He wasn't
Mm.
mad. He didn't walk around looking pissed like, oh, I missed my pitch. I one second, sorry guys. I'm gonna stop sharing because I'm done with that one. Um he wasn't mad that he missed his pitch. He wasn't slamming his bat on home plate. He wasn't walking around with shoulders down. Nah, his chest was up. He was staring down the pitcher. Like, I don't know. I've never stared down a pitcher after fouling off a ball. Like, I was like, man, he got me that time. Like, but Juan Soto, he gets in the box, fouls a pitch off. He's like, oh, he's done. He's done. He's got him. Like, he already knows from the first pitch that he's gonna be successful in that AB.
Right.
So I just think that like having that confidence and just being able to compete and getting rid of all the thought processes once you step inside that box is the biggest thing you can possibly do. I don't know if
Yeah.
Ivan has anything to touch on here.
Yeah, just to touch on that, like, I mean, competing is really everything. I mean, there's gonna be days where you just feel awful. Like you didn't sleep the night before, your foot doesn't feel good, different things like that. But at the end of the day, you gotta compete. Like no one really wants to hear that when it comes down to the end of it. Like I'm not gonna strike out and say, well, guys, I only get a good sleep last night. Like, no, it's time. As soon as I'm in there, I'm here. I'm ready for battle. I'm ready to go to work. And you kind of just see that show up over the course of, as you guys get older and play. And right now you guys are young enough that pretty much every day you feel great. But there's gonna be a time where you get sick and your joints hurt or something like that. You got to go out there and still find a way to get it done, whether it's beating out an infield single, getting the guy over, throwing out somebody at the plate. Like you got to find a way to be productive even when you're not feeling good, your head's not feeling good. You had a bad test at school, different things like that are just there to add that stress to you guys. And it's important that we, no matter what, we show up and compete. And that's all we got. And just to touch on that, I know we say that like a lot of this comes from the player standpoint of how we want you guys to kind of regulate yourselves. But if there's any parents on here, just wanted to touch on a couple things. You guys are so vital to this process, especially of keeping these guys on the right headspace. And I think it's easy for parents to fall into the trap of, we're working, we're hitting in the backyard every day and we're getting extra work and we're working so hard. And sometimes when those results don't show up, it kind of, can take a toll on the relationship between you two guys. But I mean, you guys are on the same team, right? And we're gonna sit here and tell these kids like, hey, yes, do not expect to go 10 for 10, right? You're gonna fail, but it's important that, on the parent standpoint too, we understand that this game is hard, man. It's difficult. And I'm not saying use that as a crutch to, not push your kid to be great, but at the same time, give him a little leeway and help him bulletproof himself for the most part, right? Because at the end of the day, when you guys show up and they're on the field, it's them. You guys aren't out there to help them react to a bad swing or help them brush off an error. So it's like it's important that we kind of build these techniques in the home and in practices and as much as we can that hey, let's stay positive no matter what. Let's stay positive through it all and just stay on each other's backs and help each other out. So
It's a two-way
it's,
street, guys.
yeah,
Like
for sure.
you guys too. Like I've been in there where I'm sitting in the passenger seat and I'm just like, please don't yell at me. Please don't yell at me. Please.
Right. For
And
sure.
that's real. Like that's real. But like you guys got to be able to talk to them. They got to be able to talk to you guys. Like it's got to be that two-way street. And also like if you get like I know season is semi coming up for all you guys. Like we're here too. Like if you guys need to shoot us a text or shoot us an email about something, like we are here or DM. You guys are all on Instagram. We're on Instagram. That you
Yeah,
guys
for sure.
can ask some question. Like you guys gotta get our number. DM us our number. Like whatever. Like we're here to help you guys in that aspect of things too. So
Yeah, absolutely. So we just want to touch on that real quick. We're all pulling on the same side of the rope. So let's, you know, keep those grades up, but man, let's go hit that ball. Let's go enjoy it. Let's go have a good time when we not in school and season's coming up. So let's be ready to rock. I think that's all we had as far as PowerPoint. Um, if anyone's got any questions, please fire them off. Um, yeah, but that's really about it. We really just kind of wanted to help you guys get to that point where you're always in control of how you feel, always in control of, what you can control. And that's the biggest thing. Game's gonna beat you up, man. It's gonna raise you up, it's gonna beat you up. You got to keep going no matter what. Keep competing. Um,
anybody questions?
yeah,
Anybody?
we'll give a few minutes for questions, then we'll just kind of talk about what's next. So shoot those questions off and we'll
Hey,
go from there.
Reese and Ivan. Hey, thanks again for all you guys do for the kids. I really appreciate it. Um, my son's running away. Curiosity question, kind of like you were just kind of addressing it as a parent slash coach. As a parent and coach, like when those emotions are coming through, like I'll be honest, I have a son. Ivan, I've talked to you about it before. It kind of gets really emotional during the game if he strikes out. As a coach, like when it comes to like almost being unsportsmanlike, how do you address that? So, like, I've had coaches bench players or things of that nature. Like, what's a good balance where you're trying to hold accountability for the unsportsmanlike behavior, but at the same time trying to coach him to, like you said, Reese, find ways to contribute, or Ivan, you said. So, what's a good balance that you guys liked as a player from a coach or a parent from your experience?
I
Good
had a
question, man. You
that
want?
is a tough question because I mean my experience is a little different. Like I had a very hard coach growing up when I was little. Um, my mom didn't let things slide. Like I remember the first time I cried on a baseball field when I struck out for the first time ever. I cried on the baseball field. My mom walked to the dugout, grabbed me by his shirt, and took me out, and we left.
All right.
So, so like I think there's obviously different balances to it. That is a tough question. I think the biggest thing is really like, I mean, you kind of touched on it. Try to get them to understand the the quality and how many different ways there are to contribute to a game. I think that's the biggest thing as a kid. Like as a kid, all you think about is stats. All you think about is numbers. How many hits did get today? How many strikeouts did I have today? Did I give up any runs? Like that kind of thing. I think, and it took me like obviously I didn't even learn this until like I said like 2 years ago. Like it took me till I was 23 years old to figure out, oh wow, like there's other ways to contribute to this game than just hitting homers and getting base hits. So I think that I would say that's the biggest thing. Try to obviously I think there should always be consequences when it comes to that unsportsmanlike when you're throwing stuff, breaking stuff, kind of making yourself look like a fool on the field and kind of disrespecting the game and disrespecting your teammates. Um, But on the other hand, I think there's another aspect to it of just trying to get them to understand. Like I've seen it happen where I've had it where I've went over 3 Ks, but I made 3 diving plays in the field, and I'm still slamming stuff in the dugout when I was a kid. So I just think it's like explaining to them, like trying to understand, hey, you don't need to be the team hero every single game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, that's a tough one because obviously, you're going to get to the age where that's just not going to fly, kind of point blank period. Like you throw your helmet, you're out, you slam. At some point, it kind of becomes like a risk to yourself and to your teammates. But obviously, that's like a huge escalation. I think it's more important that, when that happens, obviously, like, hey, bro, you're done. Like, sit it off. Let's talk about it. And it doesn't need to be. I mean, we play for some crazy coaches. It doesn't need to be make an example out of you, right? But it needs to be like, hey, bro, that can't happen. And I just think as long as you're kind of just upfront and just like, hey, man, look, I get it. Completely understand, but that can't happen. When that happens, like you're done. On the other hand of that, when you see them start to drop their head or kind of get in those modes where you see it, like you're with them every day. It's important, like Reese said, like point out the other parts of the game, like runner on second, less than 2 outs. If you ground out to second base, but he gets to third, like yeah, it sucks, and especially at a young guy's mind, like that's not as fun. But at the same time, you're helping your team win. And if you can do as many things to help your team win as possible, man, I think there's a ton of guys in the big leagues who hit 200 but play the best defense of all time. Like not the only route to success is to be Aaron Judge, right? There's different ways to be successful in this game, and it's just important that you're helping your team win.
yeah.
See if we get any more before we.
Oh, that's kind of cool. You can
That
do
was cool, man. You've been on Zoom.
any other questions? Anybody? We good?
I think we're good. All right, so
Reese and
Oh,
Ivan,
really?
I have a
Yeah.
question.
mhm.
What would y'all say like when your approach when you come up to is there times when y'all are just like off or y'all aren't in the right headspace? And
Oh,
like what would you say is the best way to like compose yourself and get in the headspace where I know like if I trust my like
Mhm.
if I trust my technique, I'm gonna do what I need to do.
for sure, for
That's a
sure.
great question.
What,
So
you can start with that.
I mean, man, there's a million times where I felt going up the box, like, dang, I wish that guy in front of me would have got out, right? Like it's real. Like, like I really don't feel like I'm about to be dangerous, but it kind of just, like I said, for me, it's deep breaths. Like I gotta just feel that tension build up where I'm taking the biggest deep breath ever, where it's, you feel that weight of the world, like all your thoughts are like really on you, and then you just gotta let it go, right? I saw or I watched a video a while ago where Ian Happ, before he goes up, he squeezes his bat as hard as he can for like 2 to 3 seconds, and then you got to feel that tension release. Like I think there's just certain ways where you got to feel that kind of pressure release from your body, right? And then you just got to trust what you do is you. You're meant to be out there. You feel free when you're out there, so just go about it. You go and get out of it. You go and hit it and just go play the game, man.
Right.
Hey, it's easier said than done for sure. But, deep breaths, tension, dirt, it's just a million different little tricks you can play on yourself to get ready to hit.
And I
All right.
think in saying that, like with like the way he's saying that is like it's just things that you can do to get your mind off of thinking what you want to
Right.
do up at the plate. So like he's like for me, it's like when I feel that way, I'll just be like, all right, I'm just gonna be an athlete. I don't care what my swing looks like. I don't care what he throw me. I'm gonna just be an athlete and I'm gonna get the barrel to the ball. Whatever happens, happens. Instead of thinking, oh, okay, like I don't feel good, so let me sit on this slider right here, or let me sit on this. Nah, just get whatever you can to to think about something other than I got to hit this ball.
Right.
All right.
So,
Thank y'all.
of course.
For sure, bro. All right, let's see if we get any more. Anybody else? Last call.
Oh my God, I forgot to do this thumbs up thing. This thumbs up
No,
thing.
thumbs up is fire.
All right. I think we good.
Yeah, so Reese is headed off. Well, I guess we're both headed off to spring training here pretty soon. Reese is headed off end of January. I had the first week of February. So, as we kind of get into it, like our days are gonna kind of get a little swiveled up, especially kind of having these concrete times for, every Wednesday or so on and so forth in the future. So hang with us a little bit on certain dates for these upcoming ones. Like obviously we want to keep in contact throughout the year. Typically throughout the year we'll have Mondays off, so that'll be our best day, but we kind of want to hear back from you guys on if that'll work with you guys, especially like we want to be able to find ways to get in contact. And here pretty soon we want to talk to parents, especially. Like we love talking to the youngsters, but we know from growing up like things that we felt our parents did great as far as preparing us for what's ahead and things that we were like, man, we wish we could have communicated that to them at that time. So we kind of want to find a way to, get some questions that you guys have and relieve some anxieties that you guys have parents. So I'm not sure if it'll be our next one or the one after, but we want that to be, a sit down with parents. We can have a topic picked out, or we can just kind of do it as far as any questions that you guys have, and we kind of just keep it as an open forum, a little less formal and that type of stuff.
Sure. And when you guys and as your guys' season starts to get going and everything, like these seminars, we don't want to just be up here preaching to you guys. Like we want to hear about your games, like how your guys' weeks are going. So like please be open to talking with us. Like I said, like reach out to us, DM us. Like I would be happy to talk to you guys when I get the time, especially during season. But I would love to chop it up with you guys,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
So
I think we want to do a better job of showing you guys like, videos of certain at bats, like do some at bat stuff with you guys, like, hey, we got cooked today, or hey, we got them today. So, we're gonna have some more of that stuff on here, show you guys some cool at bats, some bad at bats, some
sure.
homers, some pimp jobs. Like we're gonna get into it. So
Hey,
just
and send us videos if you guys have
sure.
great swing homers. We love to show them up on these seminars when we have them. Like
hmm
so.
Yeah, we got to get some swings of the week or something going. I need
Yeah,
to see some
yeah.
homers.
I'm saying like little swing of the month type
Yeah,
thing.
for sure, for sure. But that's it, fellas.
I
Like I said,
appreciate
we'll reach out about the future seminar, especially the parents one, and then keep in contact, fellas. And then obviously when we're back next off season, we'll get something big together and we'll all get back together.
Oh yeah, I'll be right back at it.
You know how